what Matt wants is that we have a torso that has a hole in it already, and basically what we're gonna have is that a pipe will be going through that hole. It's gonna be like
right here,
like a pipe going through someone's torso. And what he wants is that when it's being pulled out, he wants like meat to come out of it, you know, like bloody meat. Like,
Mike,
it's almost like, you know, like having like pieces of like organs like coming out. And right now I'm trying to see if there is a way that I can actually maybe press like some meat somewhere so that when it hits something and like rips out.
Okay, so what's your job?
I am special effects and makeup. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take tissue and we're going to mix together liquid latex, and we're going to be slapping these on like people's faces so that they'll be having like, prosthetics on them. Not exactly the prettiest of things, but it works. Okay, so now it's pretty mushy now. It's basically not even tissue, it's just this huge paste. Basically, that's what it is, it's paste. Since latex dries in 5 to 6, maybe 10 minutes, you have some working time with it. Not a lot, but still, it gives you time to like say like let's say we want to put like latex like right here. Just gotta spread it around, like so. And in order to avoid like clumping, a good idea to do would be to smooth out edges on the prosthetic. Okay, I should tell you guys now that when these prosthetics are dry and everything, they don't adhere to your skin. Basically, the natural oils in your body will buffer your skin from the latex, so that when you need to take it off, it'll just peel right off. You don't have to use any sort of chemicals. And basically, we're going to use this blow dryer to dry out the latex. Make sure that a good idea is to not just put it in their face like this because it gets really hot and it can burn them. So a good idea is to just kind of wave it like so that the heat is evened out across the face and not just concentrating on one spot. As part of the, I guess the modus operandi of makeup is that there is such a thing as putting too much makeup, because then it's usually a good idea to have maybe something to center your focus on, because if you have too many things to focus on the face, then it just brings too much attention to all these things on a person's face, and then it just really detracts from the actual, I guess, character, or in the case of a zombie, the whole zombie. And that should dry. The next step in the process is to powder down the prosthetic with talcum powder or baby powder, since it's pretty much the same thing. It just has fragrance in it. The whole reason for powdering down the prosthetic is because latex, when it's not powdered down, is very sticky, which is what I mentioned earlier. And you don't want it to stick to anything else. You just want it to just kind of sit there and just be there. We're just kind of doing a light coating of baby powder on the prosthetic. You don't have to put too much. The next step in the process is the actual makeup. So at first we have to blend this prosthetic with his skin tone. The one that's probably going to match the best to Greg's skin tone is probably this color right here. So what we do is that we take this sponge and we dab makeup on it, and what we do is, place my head, is to just blend in the latex with his skin. Alright, that should be enough for now for blending skin tones. As you can see, it's just kind of like a quick and dirty job. It just has, basically the surface areas, not the crevices, are colored to something that's close to the skin tone, not exactly, but it's still pretty close, and it shouldn't really matter in terms of having white makeup over it as long. Okay, the next step in this process is to put on the white makeup on our subject, Greg. And what we do is we dab a little bit of the makeup onto the sponge, and we just kind of lightly color him. Basically, we just make it so that the white is clearly there, but the skin tone still sort of shows through. Just gotta spread this out. Alright, so now with the powder being done here, we can apply the last step in making the zombie, which is now applying eyeshadows to the bottoms of the eyelids. What you do is you just take, like, I guess purple eyeshadow or something, just kind of twirl it around there, and you lightly apply it to the bottoms of the eyelids. Looks a little light, but it should give sort of, I guess, an impression that the blood is sort of pulling around the eye areas. I just made this out of carrot syrup, chocolate syrup, water, and like red and blue food coloring. Pretty effective. Another thing, you can eat it. Yeah, in fact, interesting story. Liz, our unit production manager, she was drinking coffee on the site one day, and we didn't have any sugar, so she asked me to put the blood in there. You can just put a little bit of blood on the prosthetic, just let it drip down, so it gets the impression that maybe it's blood or something. And your neck looks a little pinkish, mainly because it's a little thin right now. But in that case, that could do the trick for right now. And so we have our first zombie right now. You want to like act for the camera?